Welcome back to Clash and Burn. I am Johnny Clash, and today on Clash's Corner, we're going to be talking about Lego Fortnite taking over the world, and I'm going to make a few people unsubscribe when I prove that Home Alone 3 is the superior Home Alone movie. Let's go! Welcome back to Clash and Burn with Johnny Clash. What's up, everybody? Thank you once again for listening. I know, I made a few people uneasy with that intro. Don't worry, I'm going to prove all of my cases about Home Alone 3 coming up real quick. But this week on YouTube, put a few new Fortnite playthroughs. My first playthrough through Chapter 5. I got a few dubs since then. I've been playing with the boys, with George. Still got to get Hornswoggle back on there, Dylan Postel. It's been such a fun time. I'm going to get into all of that, but as usual, it would help a lot if you could leave a 5-star review and a rating on this podcast on Apple, Spotify, wherever you choose to listen, and let me know what you want to hear on Twitter, X, whatever the hell you want to call it, at jclash21, but let's get into it. All right, the meat and potatoes here. So my co-host George on the other show, the Game Marks podcast, my primary show, as we shall say, thought that it would be a good rant for me to talk about Home Alone 3 and why I love it so much. Now, we were discussing what makes a Christmas movie a Christmas movie. There's the Die Hard, there's the Harry Potters, where everyone's like, I don't know, that's not a Christmas movie, blah, blah, blah. It's a debate. My opinion is anything is a Christmas movie. You watch it around Christmas time if it reminds you of Christmas and your childhood and all of the above. For me, that's Home Alone 3. I think me and my sister got it for Christmas, and it probably stayed in the VCR for a good year or two after that, and we would just watch it on repeat. Come home from school, just pop it on, just as background noise. We know every line. I had the soundtrack downloaded. This is my town. I think it was my backyard entrance theme at some point even because it was such a good song. But listen, I am not discrediting Home Alone 1 and 2 at all. I love them. I had a Talk Boy. My sister had the pink Talk Boy growing up. We loved Home Alone just as much as this one. Now, I know people hate on this. People hate on Home Alone 3 because Macaulay Culkin's not in it. It's not the Wet Bandits. Here are a few reasons why Alex Pruitt and Home Alone 3 are the superior movie. For one, there is not just two robbers trying to get in this kid's house. He is home alone with the chicken pox multiple days straight. And actual terrorists, I believe there's 4 of them, trying to get after him. Terrorists! Actual terrorists. He accidentally acquires a missile chip inside of an RC car given to him by Mrs. Hess across the street, the lovely old grouch, after he shoveled her lawn with the chicken pox. And he takes them all down. He takes them down. He is unique. He is using technology. He is using the RC car against them. He's got Doris the rat. He's got the parrot behind him. Not some creepy pigeon lady. It's amazing. Now, we saw Macaulay Culkin be super nice to the pigeon lady. Alex is nice to the old lady across the street and has her kind of change her heart for the Christmas time. Kind of see the light, be friendly, smile. She says, "You're such a lovely little boy," after he kisses her on the forehead. He saves her from the cold. I'm going to get into that point in a minute. His sister is Scarlett Johansson. I mean, come on. His mom, super hot. Way, way hotter than Moira from Schitt's Creek. I'll tell you that. Now listen, the kid himself, who plays Alex, I think he was only in Max Keeble's Big Move. He wasn't in a bunch of things. He's an adorable little kid, way cuter than Macaulay Culkin, and I don't think he had any sort of relationship with Michael Jackson. There's a plus right there. Now, he saves the entire world, like I said, with his rat, with his bird, with his fish. The kid is just a menace. Now, he is the only Home Alone main protagonist not to be rescued by someone when captured. Macaulay needed the help. He needed the help. Sorry. But Alex Pruitt, he scared off Peter Dupre with a fake gun when he was cornered by the villain in Mrs. Hess's garage. Pivotal scene in the whole movie. Kid's got a bubble gun. He's got a real gun. He's got a dart gun. They're all spray painted black illegally. That is highly illegal. I'm sure some charges will be brought up against the kid, but that's okay. And in the end, he gets a 6-figure sum for saving the goddamn world. I mean, come on. Alex Pruitt is an American hero. Forget about Home Alone 1 and 2. Alex Pruitt walked so the rest of the world can run. She agrees. Hear that? But that is why I believe Home Alone 3 is the superior movie. Not only is it funny, it's innovative. It's just so much fun to watch. The catchphrases, everything. I just love it. And I'm so happy on Twitter and everything these days. It is getting the love it finally deserves because it's not a bad movie. Everyone just clings on to the nostalgia of the first two movies. Let it go, guys. Let it go. Watch it as its own entity, and you also will love it. I get very passionate about Home Alone 3. This video is sponsored by Dubby, complete jitterless energy to help you be better and catch that dub. Head on over to dubby.gg and get your 10% off by using code JohnnyClash at checkout. Complete jitterless energy. Dubby. All right, what we are playing this week, sponsored by Dubby.gg. Use code JohnnyClash to get 10% off at checkout of your jitterless energy. Use it before a game or a workout, and you will feel the dub. Now, Fortnite Lego. This launched, and I was not sure this was for me. I watched a few streams. I watched Ninja with Cypher, Tim, Legion. Oh my God, the whole gang's like, you could have up to 8 people. Marcel's in there. Everyone is in their world, and I was like, I got to try this. Being an Age of Empires lover, I've never played Minecraft, which is getting compared to a Roblox, whatever. I don't even know what they are. I'll say that. I don't even know what goes into them or how they work. But Lego Fortnite, I loved Lego's Island and all those old Lego games, Lego Batman, Lego Star Wars, so I had to give it a shot. Me and George have our own world. I have my own. It is so much fun to build, to fight the dragons or to fight the wolves, whatever they are. This is going to be such a time killer and consumer. I cannot wait to see like what the world that we built looks like in like a month from now or a year from now. But on top of that, Festival is kind of fun. It's like Rock Band, but you can't play on a controller. Playing on a keyboard, I used D and F and J and K. It was a little easier. Still a lot of fun, but until they come out with actual instruments, which they alluded to, I don't think I'm going to be playing much of that. I'm also not into racing games, so Rocket Racing I'll give a go a few times, but So really, I'm sticking to Chapter 5, which is awesome. I absolutely love the chapter. It's basically a mini Warzone map within Fortnite, which is cool. And I love Lego. So, yeah, it's just, they're firing on all cylinders. It's so much fun. And I can't wait to see what comes next because they are just expanding. Came out swinging with this Lego Fortnite. I don't know what else they could possibly add to make it better. But I know if you know Epic Games, something big is probably coming. Maybe they'll get some different IPs in there. I know Creative is coming, which is going to be insane. It's a lot of fun. Highly suggested if you don't have it already. It's free. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go. I'm actually trying to catch a Charmander as we speak. The original 3 starter Pokemon are very hard to come by, but the past few days, that's what's primarily been around, where I'm able to evolve all of them, except my Charmeleon's still like just right there. I'm at 128 Kanto Leagues, which is, I'm trying to get them all. But the stages of Pokemon Go is you're looking for something. You're like, oh, what is this guy? He's really cute. And then immediately it gets from, oh, he's so cute, to get in the damn ball. You know how many rages I've had because I've wasted 20 Pokeballs on this one Pokemon that I didn't have when it's like a CP, whatever, 57, and I'm throwing all the berries and Ultra Balls at it and nothing's sticking. It is incredible. One of the most fun games out there right now. And I'm so glad I got back into it. It's honest review time. I got an old and a new here. Now, I don't know if it's new, actually. Me and my wife watched The Princess Switch, which is a holiday movie with, I can't think of her name right now, Gabriella from High School Musical. What's her name? Vanessa Hudgens. And no, I just looked it up. It is 2018, so it's actually not new. But we watched it. There's like 3 of them. Guys out there, you want to make your wife happy? Just give it a go. It's not great. It's not good. It's just there. It's just something to watch. And Vanessa Hudgens is in it. So the old one I want to talk about is Pole Blart Mall Cop. Now, there's a second one on Netflix right now that keeps popping up for me. I didn't know that even existed, but I'm going to give it a shot. Because I watched Paul Blart Mall Cop 1, again, for maybe the 10th time in my life. But it's been a while. And I have to say, that's such a good movie. It's so funny. Kevin James, I just saw his stand-up not too long ago live. I think for the third time. He's just so funny. It's just classic. I mean, come on. But go out of your way, watch either of those. It's just something to just rise your spirits, especially when you're down. Kevin James is just hilarious. So, all right. So for the book recommendation, I know I skipped last week because I haven't read much lately. I've been very busy. But I want to talk about I Am Legend by Richard Matheson. Now, we've all seen the movie with Will Smith. For me, I don't know why. I just never saw it. So when this book came up, me and my friends wanted to read it, talk about it, have a little book club about it. Said, okay, sure, give it a go. It's actually very short. I know a lot of schools read it because it is like a short novel set in the old times. Now, the synopsis for it, if you're familiar with the movie, it's a little different. It says, set on Cimarron Street in 1976 Los Angeles after an apocalyptic war that ravages the land with weekly dust storms. The novel details the life of Robert Neville in the months and eventually years after the outbreak of a pandemic that has killed off the rest of the human population and turned infected survivors into vampires. Now, first of all, I think the Will Smith movie set in New York. There's a lot of stuff that is alluded to in the movie that they don't flat out say. And I think the book covers most of that. It is very different, very different. The dog is not really as prominent in the book, so it won't make you as sad as the movie. I did have the honor of reading the book, then watching the movie. And I like the book a lot better. I think the story was more realistic in the book. It was cooler. And it just immersed you into it rather than I felt the movie was rushed and too quick and the ending was the ending kind of sucked. We all know that. And I think they're redoing it based on the alternate ending, which I did watch, and it's also not that great. But either way, it's like 150 pages. It's not much. I highly suggest you go out of your way, either do the audiobook or just read it. It'll take you only a couple days. That's the book I read when waiting up with my daughter late night when we first took her home from the hospital. So that's what that reminds me of. Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode. Please leave a 5-star review wherever you can. I will greatly appreciate it, and it helps the show so much. Please check out my other show, The Game Marks Podcast, where we discuss a different wrestling video game each and every week and offer a bar rating. Subscribe to my YouTube and Twitch, youtube.com/JohnnyClash and twitch.tv/jclash21, and I will see you next week on Clash and Burn.